In 2026, a global survey of over 50 countries asked one question. Which country do you view most negatively? The answer was not North Korea, not Russia, not Iran. Israel is now perceived more negatively than any other country in the world, followed by North Korea, Afghanistan and Iran, according to new global polling. A nation of 9 million people has become the most polarizing geopolitical entity on earth. And to understand how that happened, you have to follow not the emotion, but the documented sequence of events. It begins not with October 7th. It begins with 1947. A letter written in 67 words by a British diplomat who had never visited Palestine promised a homeland to one people in a land where another people already lived. The mechanism that delivered that promise, the 1948 war, the displacement of 700,000 Palestinians, created a wound that has never once been addressed at its root. Every conflict since has been downstream of that original unresolved question. Who does the land belong to? And nobody with the power to answer it has ever been willing to pay the political cost of answering it honestly. Then came October 7th, 2023. Hamas killed 1,200 Israelis, the deadliest single day for Jewish people since the Holocaust. The horror was real. The grief was legitimate. And Israel's right to defend itself was recognized by virtually every government on earth in the immediate aftermath. What followed is what changed everything. Since October 2023, Israel has killed over 74,000 Palestinians, destroyed most of Gaza's civilian infrastructure, and displaced nearly the entire population. Then Israel attacked Lebanon, then Syria, then Iran, killing the supreme leader in a direct military strike in February 2026. Then Gaza's reconstruction was described by the American president as a beachfront real estate opportunity. Then Israel struck during a ceasefire, then struck again. Many Israelis are asking, why didn't the same global rage manifest over the bloody conflicts in Sudan, Yemen, Ethiopia or Myanmar? Why is Israel being singled out? It is a legitimate question. The answer is uncomfortable. Israel is not singled out because the world applies consistent standards. It is singled out because it is the only conflict where a Western democracy is the party being accused, and where the weapons doing the killing were manufactured in countries that lecture the world about human rights. The hatred is not uniform. In parts of the global south, it is rage at perceived impunity. In parts of Europe, it is legal and institutional concern. In parts of the Arab and Muslim world, it is civilizational and historical. In Israel itself, it has hardened into a siege mentality, where external criticism confirms rather than challenges the narrative of permanent existential threat. The global outrage over Gaza has hardened Israelis' defiance. As emotions continue to run high, more people have been adopting the view that if the world hates us so much, we will forever have to live by the sword. A country that believes the world's hatred is permanent and irrational has no incentive to change anything it is doing. A world that expresses outrage without consequence has no mechanism to change anything either. And in that gap, between the rage that produces no accountability and the defiance that produces no reflection, the people who pay the price are always the same people. The ones who had no say in any of the decisions that created the situation they are living and dying inside. Welcome to the unseen markets.